Sometimes you just have to sit back and enjoy a week. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Praise Wheel, episode 7, the pre-finale. Next week will be the final week of this series, and then I think that we're supposed to do a running video. We can figure that out. On last week's live stream takeover, though, we spun the wheels again for the second to last time.
Oh, God. This wheel is getting small. We should be more positive next time.
You think? We should have more positive next time. I agree. I went first last week, though, so that means you have to go first this week. I did.
What am I hoping for?
Yeah.
I'd like spend double the money.
That would be a good one. I would absolutely. Design your own parts, also a great one.
I can do that. Barely,
New to you
but
brand was totally reasonable.
Yeah, there's a bunch out there that I've never done.
Will it steer would be okay. I mean, I'd
have to uninstall and reinstall the servo that I put in.
Yeah, you could do knuckles. You could do some links. You already did the links. Sucks for you.
This wheel is no fun with positivity.
We could have worse things and some positive. Like Matt pays Josh $100. Like that's just the wheel. It doesn't go both ways. It's just Matt has to pay Josh $100.
You know what we're going to put on the next wheel for sure? Josh ships me my truck. I'll put a dig in, I promise.
Josh, you still haven't shipped his truck? I shipped his truck. I haven't shipped his other truck. He didn't say
the other trucks.
Here you go. This is your spin. Are you ready?
Make it go now. Spend double the money.
Uninstall whatever you got last week. No, it's not even close. God.
Yeah.
Oh, I needed that. Okay.
Or rear steer. Yeah, that's true. I could do that, Logan. That'd be kind of cool.
You could try. There might be a speaker box in the way.
Damn it, that stupid ass speaker box. It's ruined everything.
All right, here we go. I don't
What do
like
you want?
it. I want spend double the money or design your own parts. No!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, you lucky dog.
Yes!
You lucky dog. Wow, that was close. Wow. What would you have had to have taken off?
All I did was the speaker box. All I did. As a result, I got just the most optimal spin I could possibly have gotten. Design your own parts. My perfect week. Now, it's been a busy week, year, month, whatever. Today, actually, is the day that the Optic Kit version was released. It's sitting right there behind me. It was actually behind me in the scale news, too. I just didn't really say anything about it, and it was a little bit more blurry at the time. But anyway, that happened all day today. And on the lead up to that, so I only had a little bit of time. So for this week, I decided to keep it a little bit simple on what I was designing, but still try my best to pull it off well. Now, as you know, this is styled after the Bandit, one of the most famous movie cars of all time. And the one thing that was missing on this, besides the fire chicken on the hood, was the hood scoop, the shaker hood, the Trans Am staple. Now, a shaker hood is a little bit different than just a hood with a hood scoop. A hood scoop typically would make you believe that it's molded into it of some sort, where a shaker hood will mount to the engine or the air cleaner underneath and stay with it. So if you open the hood, that would still be there. Now, I felt that that was appropriate to try and get that style or that look off of this. Now, also shaker hood, I always thought that maybe they named it that because the engine would shake and the hood scoop would shake with it then, and the hood would still stay similar. So it seems like being independent, having some movement to it is key to pulling that off. So that's what I did for this week. I opened up Autodesk Fusion, my crutch, the thing that I rely on for everything. And I decided to design myself up a shaker hood. I kept the design super simple, a couple of lofts, a shell, and a bunch of fillets, and I ended up with something that looked pretty close to what I thought would work. Now, for positioning, I went and I measured where I thought it would fit and dodge the fire chicken that I painted here. So that was how I determined the actual location. And I think that it also worked out about like I would expect for the motor position in a buggy like this. Bonus there. So my plan for this week is to cut a hole in my hood. I'm going to come in there, knock that out, and then we're going to put this shaker attachment underneath. But it's a little bit more involved than that. Well, I complicated it more, is how I should be putting that. First of all, I created myself a template where I can just put this on the hood, scribe out where I need to, and know exactly where I need to cut. And this is 1 millimeter oversized on all sides for the hood scoop that I designed. Now, as I mentioned, the hood scoop on a shaker style hood is separate from the hood itself. So this will mount to the chassis, not to the hood. And that 1 millimeter gap on all sides will also help me be able to showcase the movement that this has, because I decided to print this with a very thin rib down the center so that the top portion can move not independent. It's flexible in comparison to the mount below it. So, it's not going to just vibrate. You're going to have to, but if you touch it and give it a wiggle, you'll see. And then I needed a little clamp design to hold this in place with the cross brace that's underneath of this hood. So the hardest part about this is that I have to drop the transmission out to access the screw holes so that I can attach it, which seems awfully involved for a hood scoop. But nonetheless, we've got some work to do. So I'm going to start getting in here, getting this thing taken apart, and start our fairly simple installation. And I've got it assembled. Simple shaker hood. And as I mentioned, it moves independent of the actual hood. Just did that with some very thin 3D print, a single thin 3D printed element to give it that flexibility. So there is no additional parts or anything like that. Just nice and simple. It just seemed needed to me. But this was a wildly simple little installation and just something that was a quick exercise in Fusion to get the look that I wanted. Now, if you want this piece, I'll put it up on my website for free. If you, for some reason, would like to cut a hole and have some sort of Trans Am-esque air scoop, it just simply drops in, really. The 2 screws that go above the spur gear cover will interfere with the spur gear cover a little bit. You can take that off and leave it off if that's something you want to do, or you can just not cinch the screws super tight in from the motor plate. Very simple. We've got a shaker hood. It seems totally appropriate for the Trans Am look. I actually like that quite a bit, a lot more than I thought I would have. I thought it was going to be a silly joke, but now I think we nailed it. I think the scale worked out pretty well based on the size of the Phoenix. As we would try and make that larger and fit, maybe I could do a bigger one, but I think that this was just an overall solid fit for such a fun little detail to a theme build. We're getting real close to the end of this one. We have a final episode left. So I'm interested to see what our spin of the wheel is going to bring us. There's not many choices left. That wheel is looking thin. Next time we do this, we're going to have more choices on there. More choices per number of weeks we decide to do. But if you've enjoyed this one and you have ideas for the final week of Praise Wheel to help us tie the whole build together, drop them in the comments below. I think that we still have some opportunities left to make this great. So, as always, thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already. Thanks to all the channel members. If you're interested in supporting the channel a little bit extra, you can check the link in the description below, or you can hit the join button next to my name. Allows you to see videos early like Praise Wheel, After News Delight, and some just candid behind the scenes videos. So if you're interested in that, again, information below. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of Praise Wheel. Go check out Matt's. I know that we've both been wildly busy, and I have no idea what he has planned for this week either. So, good luck. Anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.